Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Amber. Today we're talking about all of the books that I have that I want to read this summer. So my Physical Summer TBR. And we'll just jump right into it. Starting off, we have It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I've had this is either my second or third summer having this, but this one you're following Piper, who is, by the sounds of it, kind of like a fashion influencer, but she has an incident at a party one day that winds her up in jail, and her stepfather says that's enough and sends her to Westport, Washington. And so it's her and her sister that get sent there to learn some responsibility by running their late father's bar that's here. And you're following her and Brendan, who is a sea captain. Yeah, you're following their romance. So I have been wanting to read this, and every summer I say I'm going to read it and then I don't. I'm going to make it a priority to actually read that this summer. And then following along that, then I have Hook, Line, and Sinker, which is Piper's sister that you're following. And this one you're following her and a fisherman named Fox. And the sister's name is Hannah that you're following. And she just wants to be friends with him. Okay, so this is interesting. It says, a former player who accidentally falls for his best friend while trying to help her land a different man. So they're roommates. That one sounds super interesting. I'm more excited for this one than I am this one, but I'm still going to read them both. The next one is going to be The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. This one is like she's a single mom and her brother was in the army. I think it's the army. Yeah. He ends up leaving a note for his best friend asking him to go back and help take care of his sister with her twins. So yeah, it's brother's best friend, but sad. But anyway, the cover gives me summer vibes, so that's why I want to read this one. Then we have Emily Henry, Book Lovers. Emily Henry just screams summer to me for some reason. Any book of hers that I see, I just feel like it has to be read in the summer. So this one you're following Nora, who is a literary agent, and she ends up going with her little sister Libby to North Carolina. And there she keeps running into Charlie, who is a editor that she knows from the city, and they don't like each other. Rivals to lovers, kind of. After reading Funny Story and Beach Reads, I'm really excited to get to all her other books. Happy Place I have on my Kindle, so I guess we'll add Happy Place into that one. And honestly, I'll put the cover here, but I kind of want to read that one first. And that one, I know it's like the two are dating. I don't know the main characters' names, but they're dating, but they break up. But they do, I don't know if it's like an annual trip with all their friends, but they don't want anybody to know that they broke up, so they stay pretending to date while they go on this trip with all their friends. And I love a good fake dating, so yeah, I think I'll read Happy Place first and then probably Book Lovers, but excited nonetheless to get to those ones. Then I have a couple of fantasies in here. So I have Circe by Madeline Miller, and this one is Greek. You're following, is it Zeus? Yeah, you're following Zeus's daughter Circe. And she gets banished to a deserted island, and she crosses path with many of the most famous figures in all of mythology, including the Minotaur, Daedalus and his doomed son Icarus, the murdered Medea, and of course Odysseus. But there is danger too for a woman who stands alone, and Circe unwittingly draws the wrath of both men and gods, ultimately finding herself pitted against one of the most terrifying and vengeful of the Olympians. To protect what she holds dear, Circe must summon her strength and choose once and for all whether she belongs with the god she is born from or the mortal she has come to love. This was on my spring TBR, and now I'm throwing it on to summer because, again, I never got to it. Then I have Daughter of the Pirate King, which pirates to me just feels like summer. And then this one just says, sent on a mission to retrieve an ancient hidden map, the key to a legendary treasure trove, 17-year-old pirate captain Alosa deliberately allows herself to be captured by her enemies, giving her the perfect opportunity to search their ship. More than a match for the ruthless pirate crew, Alosa has only one thing standing between her and the map: her captor, the unexpectedly clever and unfairly attractive first mate Raiden. But not to worry, for Alosa has a few tricks up her sleeve, and no lone pirate can stop the Daughter of the Pirate King. Then I have Trial of the Sun Queen by Nisha J. Tooley, and this one's 10 women, a deadly contest. Only one can win the Sun King's heart, and you're following Lore, who only wants to escape and pay the Aurora King back for every moment of misery she's endured for the last 12 years. and she ends up in the hands of the rival Sun King. And then it says, Lore is thrust in the spotlight as she competes against 9 other tributes for the role of queen. If she wins his heart, she'll earn her freedom and finally get her revenge. But Lore doesn't belong in the Sun Queen trials. Not only does she not understand why she was freed, she isn't a citizen of the Sun King's court. The other tributes resent her presence and will stop at nothing to ensure Lore is removed from the competition permanently. Now Lore must win, because if she loses, she dies, or worse, she'll be returned to the evil and now vengeful Aurora King. Then we have Song of Silver Flame Like Night by Amelie Wenzhou, and again, this was on my spring TBR and I didn't get to it, but it's one that I do really want to read soon. So then it says, once land had a different name. Now she goes by the one the Alentian colonizers gave her. She spends her days scavenging for remnants of her past, for anything that might help her understand the strange mark burned into her arm by her mother in her last act before she died. No one can see the mysterious mark until the night Zen appears at the tea house and saves her life. Zen is a practitioner, one of the fabled magicians of the Last Kingdom, whose abilities were rumored to be drawn from the demons they communed with. Magic believed to be long lost, magic to be hidden at all costs. Both Lan and Zen have secrets buried deep within. Fate has connected them, but their destiny remains unwritten. Both hold the power to liberate their land, and both hold the power to destroy the world. Which, this one has really pretty end papers, and I absolutely... Not only is this color scheme great, the printed edges look great, but also the hardcover. I love it. I'll put it closer. Printed edges. So, again, another one that I am excited to get to, and I need to stop putting it off. If we're being completely honest, I really don't know why I keep putting it off. I just do. And I need to stop. Then our last 2 books are probably the ones that I'm most excited to get to, and that's The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I absolutely loved Happily Never After by her. That was the first book I've read of hers, so I wanted to go to the backlog. I know that one was like adult, and the rest of hers, at least I believe the rest of them, I could be wrong, are all YA. Yeah, I really want to get to this one. This one's the Barnes & Noble edition. So this one is you're following Emily, who ends up waking up. Her boyfriend breaks up with her on Valentine's Day. She ends up waking up and it is Valentine's Day again. So she's just reliving Valentine's Day and getting broken up with over and over and over again. And she keeps running into, I think his name is Nick. Is it Nick? Yeah. She keeps running into Nick every single day, and it says, how many days can one girl spend passively watching her life go up in flames? And when something good starts to come out of these terrible days, what happens when the universe stops doling out do-overs? And then the one that I'm most excited to get to is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I just got done reading Yours Truly, and I rated that 4.5 stars. I was teetering on 5. I was very close to giving it 5 stars. But I got 4.5 stars, and I cannot wait to get to this one, because from the reviews that I've seen, this one has been people's favorites by Abby Jimenez. And if it gets better than Yours Truly, I need to read it. This one, you're following Emma, who every guy that she dates finds his true love after they break up. And then you're following Justin, who has a Reddit thread about being love's good luck charm. And they have come up with an ingenious plan. If they date each other, their curses will cancel out and they'll go on to find their soulmate. Only Justin wasn't supposed to be so unbelievably cute and hilarious. And when Emma's toxic mother shows up and Justin has to assume guardianship of his 3 siblings, they're suddenly navigating a lot more than they expected, including catching real feelings. Has fate finally brought the perfect pair together, or will the cure be way more hazardous than the cure itself? So I think this one, if I had to pick one that I'm most excited for, it would easily be this one. But all of these are ones that I do really want to get to very badly, and I'm making it a priority this summer to actually try and read all of the ones that I'm putting on my summer TBR. Because every single season, I put books on my TBR for that season, and then I end up reading like 1 or 2 of them. It's a genuine problem, and I'm trying to change that and stop having that be the issue. So, goal is to read all of these by the end of summer. The only problem is I know that there's more books coming out, Like, I know that, what is it? Allie Hazelwood has a book that's getting released. I think it's next week. I think it's called Not in Love. Something like that. There's going to be books that are coming out this summer, and some that I've even forgotten about or didn't even know were coming out, that I'm going to end up putting on. So some of these will probably end up not getting read, let's be honest. I'm not going to hold myself too hard on the reading every single one of these, but I do want to get at least a majority of these romances read, because romance is something that I really will get through very quickly in summer, and if I try and read them in, like, especially fall and winter, it just never really clicks good for me, and I take forever or I DNF them until summer. So I'm making those all a priority, but let me know if there are any, because I genuinely don't remember, like, any of them that are coming out that you're excited for this summer to be released. Let me know. Also, any of these that you've read, what you rated them, or any of them that you're also excited to get to that you have been waiting to read. Let me know down below. I always love to hear your guys' thoughts and feelings on books. That is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!